our next class here. Okay, so inside our folder, you have noticed that we now have a new folder called e-learning, and all of our assignments will be in there. And what I'll do is I'll post today's, we are being recorded. The school asked us to record, and I'll post that recording right here for us. Our first assignment that we're going to do is we're going to do some surreal photography. So we're going to look at a photographer who is called William Wegman. He's been doing photography for over 45 years, and his subject matter has always been dogs. It's his dogs that he photographs. And let's see, we'll enter a few more people here. So here's the assignment that I'd like you to do. You can start this today if you don't have any other homework. Otherwise, it's set up for tomorrow's assignment. So we're going to talk about surrealism. And there's a video here that I'd like you to watch. It's like 7 minutes long on PBS. And it talks a little bit about William Wegman and how he's inspired with his dog photography and how he makes surreal photos. And what I'd like you to do is when you watch that video, think about what the artist is trying to say with his photography. And then afterwards, so that I know you watched those, I would love for you to go ahead and find a William Wegman photograph online and insert it in this discussion post. And then you're going to refer back to the photo that you chose offline. Like how
this is for tomorrow, right?
This is for tomorrow, yeah. Unless you want to do it today, but it is for tomorrow. And then I have a interpretation. You're going to interpret that photo, what that photo is. So down at the bottom, if you forgot how to interpret, here's our interpretation critique. And it's some sentence starters on here. You're going to look at the photo that you picked of William Wegman and think about, like, what do you think he's trying to say? And I have a few sentence starters over here to the left. You don't have to do all three. Maybe pick one of them to interpret. And I also have some vocabulary listed here. So if you're not sure about art vocabulary, you can see here there is some vocabulary, like if we're just talking about mood. Mood is an interpretation. It'll give you some ideas there. And then afterwards, on our block day, we are going to start shooting forced perspective. And so forced perspective is a surreal type photography assignment. Let's see if I can make my screen just a little bit wider. And so here you can see that obviously this photo here, this girl is not shorter than the pencil, and the pencil's not ginormously large. What it happens is that the way we're photographing it is we're creating this surreal, believable photo. So on our block day, we're going to do a little research. We're going to look at some other forced perspective photography. There's some tricks to do this. It'll tell you how to do this manually, but this is easily done with your cell phone also. I would like you to watch this 7-minute video then on our block day. It's going to show you how to set it up, how far to be away, and why it works. It's a fun little video to watch. It's not boring. And then we're going to start shooting. And I will tell you that you may not get this right away. This takes some practice and some skills. And so we're trying to get all objects in the foreground and the background to be in focus. And so we're going to be turning in whatever we did this week on Friday in a folder called Forced Perspective, or an album in Flickr. And you'll share that link and turn in your best forced perspective photo so that I can see. And here is the assessment. And I don't expect you to get a 4 this week unless you've practiced this before. It does take some time to practice. We want to see where you are at the end of the week. And then you can also see here one that was done by a student last semester. It looks like they're holding up the arch. So you can use props. So you'll get better at this as you go on. And I have some more examples. So this is our project for the week. We're going to do the William Wegman video. And then we're going to learn a little bit about contemporary photography, and then also try our own. Any questions that we have so far? I'm going to go in the chat window and see how we're doing. I'll stop sharing. Anyone have any questions?
No.
All right, awesome. So what I'd love you to do is, if you don't have any other homework, you can watch the William Wegman video today, but that's set up for tomorrow. And then we're going to try forced perspective. At any time, what the Zoom window is nice for is if you're having trouble with camera settings, you can always email me and we'll set up a time. And the Zoom is great because you and I could do a video conference face to face. I can share my screen, you can share yours, and so we can solve your problems live instead of just an email tagging back and forth. So that is a possibility. Anytime that you need help, know that I'm here. Send me an email and I'll try and respond right away. If not, I will be responding within about 12 hours. I usually respond. I check my email quite often now that we're home online. All right. Otherwise, give me a thumbs up that you get it. Everybody got it? All right. And we'll see you later. Have fun.
The teacher's right there.
He's at school.
Hi, teacher.
It's good to see everybody
You
else.
guys are doing stuff.
We are. We're actually sharing screens. Yeah, real life studying. We can see everybody in class.
Sweet. Hi, everybody in class.
It's
Okay, I'm out.
Dad to school day, isn't it?
No, it's whack.
All right, guys. So if you don't have any questions, feel free to log off. Otherwise, say hi to each other. See you later. Have fun this week.
Bye.
Let me know how I can help.